The Cleveland Browns won a game yesterday over the team that we had declared, yours truly had declared, the best team of the NFL, and did so by leading for 0-0-0 of gameplay. They did not lead for a second of the 60 minutes of football that were played.
Does that ever happen?
It has happened. It had not happened for the Browns in 18 years, but they won that game yesterday by kicking a field goal when Dustin Hopkins nailed the game-winning field goal with zeros on the clock. One of 5 teams in 5 games to end yesterday with a field goal with no time on the clock.
After he had just missed an extra point, that would have.
After he had missed an extra point to tie the game. Dustin Hopkins said afterwards, it's like asking the arsonist to put out the fire that he set and then patting him on the back, thanking him for putting out the fire.
That's great. He came up with that on the spot.
Well, I don't know if he had used it before.
Well done.
But that is what he said.
That's amazing.
What a game.
Here's what's crazy about that game. The second play from scrimmage, Kyle Hamilton, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago,
very good at
made
football.
an unbelievable play. As much as my father wants to blame Deshaun Watson, maybe he could have put a little air underneath it. Give Kyle Hamilton credit. As Kevin Stefanski told Peter King this morning on his Football Morning in America piece on NBC Sports, it's like Wemby playing nickel. That's how we describe Kyle Hamilton, who's 6'3" and almost 6'4", made a ridiculous play off the edge, batted it to himself, and then walked into the end zone. Much like the second play from scrimmage week 2, when, again, Alex Highsmith picked off Deshaun Watson on a Monday night in Pittsburgh and took it in for a touchdown. Deshaun Watson says he went over to AVP, Alex Van Pelt, the Browns offensive coordinator, and said, what the bleep rhymes with, well, forget it. What the bleep? Again? Are you bleeping kidding me again? Yeah, again. And then the Browns were down 14-0. They were down 14 in the fourth quarter. They were down 15 in the third quarter. They found a way to win that game. Greg Newsome had a pick 6. There was some officiating that both sides didn't like, but that was the case in every game. But in the end, the Browns ran at and through and wore down the Ravens in the fourth quarter, and it's another double-digit lead blown by the Ravens. They have had some unbelievable victories this year. Look what they did to the Lions. Look what they did to the Seahawks. I think they are in the conversation to make it to Vegas. I still think they are, if not the best team in football, one of the top 2 or 3 teams in football. But they've had trouble putting decent teams away in a few occasions here. Lamar Jackson played a fantastic game. Fantastic game. Got a ball, batted it up into the air, and it went for a pick 6. The Browns' front 7 in the second half got after Lamar, kept him in the pocket, sacked him a few times. Myles Garrett, a sack and a half. And the Browns at 6-3 are now in the conversation to win the AFC North. Now, the Ravens still have 7 wins. They lead that division. But the Browns and the Steelers are each 6-3. The Bengals are 5-4. I'm not counting them out. Are you?
Nope.
They got that Joe Burrow guy.
Yep.
Steelers and Ravens this Thursday in Baltimore on TNF. This week's primetime games to open the week. Bengals and Ravens. Thank you. Bengals and Ravens. The Steelers and the Browns in Cleveland. This week's primetime games.
So good.
So good. To open the week, Bengals and Ravens in Baltimore. To close the week, Super Bowl rematch, Eagles and Chiefs in Kansas City.
So good.
Both teams coming off of byes. Both teams well rested. Yeah, buddy. Sign me up. It's not as if the Sunday night game is bad. I mean, it's not as good as the other ones. The Sunday night game this week is, scrolling down, the Vikings and the Broncos.
Yeah, Josh Dobbs, baby.
Josh Dobbs.
We love that team.
Baby. The Pasternak goes a mile high.
Well done.
Well done. The 3-5 Broncos are on the field tonight in Buffalo. Anyway, I digress. About the AFC North, the Browns legitimately have a shot now. They are 1-0 against the Bengals. They have split with the Ravens. They are 0-1 against the Steelers and have the Steelers again this week. After that, they don't get another division game until Week 18 when they face the Bengals in Northern Kentucky. So, AFC North is going to go down, I think, until Week 18 in all likelihood. It is the best division in football. I guarantee you right now, I will bet you another box of donuts that they will get 3 teams in the postseason, and there is a chance for 4. 4 has never happened. Now, it's only possible since 2000 when the playoffs expanded to 7 teams. But I know 3 are getting in. The question is, who is the 4th? And is there a better chance of, say, the Texans or the Bills maybe being that 7th team as opposed to the 4th team from the AFC North? I don't know. But I do know that it is the best division in football, and you cannot argue that. I mean, I guess you can. Anything is arguable, but it would be a really bad argument.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.